Hey Pisces, welcome to your reading. My name is Johanna. We're going to be taking a look at what's blocking your next level and how you can basically get to your next level. This is a timeless reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. You guys can check out your sun, your moon, your rising signs as well. But let's see. We're first going to look at what is holding you back. So let's see, Pisces, what is holding you back? We have alchemy here with magic, and we have purity with ice. I'm getting almost like some of you haven't discovered your magic. Like it's frozen still, you're still thawing. Interesting as well, we have 43 and 33. Clarify this alchemy with magic for what is holding Pisces back. Page of Cups. Yeah, there's a little bit more of like exploration. We do also have the Queen of Swords here. So some of you also might just really feel like you're a beginner. Like you're in the early stages of something. You're a beginner. You might not feel like you don't have all the answers. You don't know enough, or you are, again, there's still like more to uncover. So this gives me kind of like you're in school. This is just like an analogy, but it's like you're in school and you are learning new things, but then it's like to do what you're learning in the real world, you're like, ooh, I'm not ready for that, you know? So there's something around you feeling like you're not good enough, or you're not even like you're not good enough, you just don't like have enough skill yet is almost what I'm getting. Let's get a little more clarity on this. What is holding Pisces back? Clarify this alchemy, magic, and Page of Cups. What is holding Pisces back? This Page of Cups is definitely you. That would be like your energy. We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, there's some sort of like reservation. Now, I do still see you like persevering. It's not like you're not. But yeah, there's like some doubt or some questioning of capability or qualification. Two of Cups. I also just feel like there's this energy of like opening yourself up. Like you're frozen. So it's almost like you need to like open yourself up to new things. Some of you might have, this is like a side note if you're interested in love and relationships, I feel like there could be a person that like is attracted to you, is like magnetized by you, and they want to approach you, but I almost feel like you've got a wall up or you're shutting it down. So there's like, basically there's this overall energy of like you kind of standing in your own way because you're questioning whether you can do this, questioning whether this is for you, questioning, there's just this like questioning energy. And like with that, you're kind of like putting up these barriers, putting up these walls. You're kind of open and you do still want this. You're just questioning if you're ready, is what I'm getting. You're questioning if you're ready. Even though Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck, you've been asking for this. You've been trying to manifest this. You've been trying to create this. But whether it's love or a connection or a collaboration or a partnership or a job or whatever it is that you want to, like the Two of Cups I'm seeing is like you aligning yourself or connecting with something. It doesn't have to be, it could even just be this like next level of your life. You feel like, okay, yeah, I want that. I wish I could totally have that. But at the same time, I feel like I'm not ready, or I feel like I don't have what I need, or I'm questioning whether this is the right time. Like, am I truly ready for this? It's like I'm hearing like, I don't want to fumble the ball. It's like you don't want to screw it up. There's almost like a little bit of like perfectionism here that's kind of like showing through. And it's like, it's blocking you in some way because it's not allowing you to go for something that's like right here in front of you. So let's see, what is the energy that you need to release, Pisces? What is the energy that Pisces needs to release? What is the energy that Pisces needs to release? We have groundedness, and we have change with wind. What is the energy that Pisces needs to release? Yeah, we got the Death card and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so I feel like this is like you needing to literally ground yourself, like bring yourself back down to like, I don't want to say reality, but kind of, in the sense of like this Nine of Swords is always like paranoid and worried about future things or what could happen or what might happen, right? So it's kind of like this anxiety, this anxiousness, this overthinking, this worrying. And I feel like the Death card here with this Nine of Swords and this groundedness is saying like you need to ground yourself, you need to stabilize yourself, like almost like bring yourself out of your mind and back down into the earth. So think of it like, if you understand chakras, it's kind of like getting yourself out of your upper chakras, right? Your third eye and your crown chakra, like getting yourself out of your head and bringing yourself back down into your root, which is like the very base of your spine. It's like you need to bring the energy back down because you're way too up in your mind. And so I feel like you're worried about things, or you're thinking too much about things, you're overthinking things, you're overwhelmed possibly as well. Just in your energy. Things that'll be good for you is like getting out inside in nature, anything to calm your nervous system, maybe even like moving your body or working out, or even just gentle movement. You can also, like, those will be great ways to like release the energy, right? It's like releasing the overthinking is basically what you need to. You can journal, you can do all kinds of things. What is the energy here that Pisces needs to release? Because I feel like you're going through change, and it might feel like a very quick change or a lot of change with it being wind, right? Like it's kind of like a whirlwind. Yeah, we even have like motion with air behind that. So there's something about like wind and air, and like that's also, air energy is also the mind, right? It's thinking. Four of Wands, Four of Swords. One more here for what is the energy that Pisces needs to release. And the Five of Wands. Okay. Yeah, it's like you're struggling with your stability, your foundation. I almost feel too, you're kind of like creating more drama than you need to be, like, you know, because you're overthinking things. You're like, you're ruminating on things that are creating even like scenarios that don't exist, right? And I've done that. We have Seven of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. So there's like this sense of, again, I don't feel like you're giving up. I do feel like you're fighting through this, or you're working through this, but it's like you're struggling to find this sense of stability, this groundedness. And so I feel like you need to release the overthinking so that you can become grounded, or you need to do grounding activities or techniques that help ground you and get you, again, like out of your brain, out of your head. I'm almost getting you're kind of like fighting yourself. You could be fighting other people. You could be resisting the advice or the support of other people as well because of this. So it's like the conflicting things, the conflicting energies, the resistance, I feel like is what you need to release in this mainly this overthinking, because I feel like the overthinking is creating all these other issues. And just find ways to ground yourself is kind of like the advice for how to release this. Because I feel like you're still moving forward. There's still really good energy that way, but it's like we want to make sure that we're healthy. We want to make sure that we're nourished. We want to make sure that we're supported here. And we can only do that by doing the things that we need to do to get us from a lower state to a higher state vibrationally. And it doesn't need to be perfect all the time, but when we have the tools and techniques and we find the things that work for us, then when we get into these states, we can help ourselves like recalibrate, right? And process things. If you guys need support with this is like what I do in my coaching. So feel free to reach out to me that way. So let's take a look at like, what is your next step? What is the step that you need to take to start moving towards this like next level here? What is the step that Pisces needs to take? We have the Soul with passion. Bottom of the deck, we have protection with cave. Let's see, what is this first step towards breaking free? Clarify the soul passion card. 7 of Swords. And we have the Magician here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like asking you, like, what have you been avoiding? Some of you have been avoiding your emotions, your feelings. That's where this overwhelm comes from, because it's like you're mentally trying to work through things instead of feeling the feelings. I also want to say, like, what have you been avoiding that is like what you truly want with the Magician? Like, are you actually avoiding, and then we kind of talked about this, right, with this magic. It's like you're trying to manifest things, you're trying to create things, maybe something specific, but you're resisting it at the same time, because I feel like it's almost self-sabotage, but not really. I feel like it's more like perfectionism, or wanting things to be like perfect before you feel like you're ready. And a lot of times that never comes, because we find more and more reasons as to why it's not perfect, right? Like we find ourselves in like a bit of a loop. And so I feel like that's saying, like, what are you avoiding? Is there an emotion? Is there like a feeling? Are you trying to avoid rejection? Are you trying to avoid like a fear of failure? Like, what is the thing that you're trying to avoid and like protect yourself from with this protection and cave? So I feel like there's a need to kind of take a look at that. But also, like, how are you avoiding like what you truly want, you know, like what the soul wants? Let's clarify a little bit more. What is this first step? Now, the other piece that's coming through is that if you do want something and you are trying to manifest and create something, like, what's the 7 of Swords can be a strategy card. Like, how are we going to get to where we're trying to go? So clarify, what is this next step that Pisces needs to take? Can we clarify this soul card with passion and the 7 of Swords? We have Justice. We have the Emperor. So definitely we could be looking at like strategy here. And we have the King of Pentacles, yeah. Definitely more of that stability, the groundedness is coming through again. We do have the Strength card. So I feel like there is kind of this need to go inward, and we have the Strength with this Page of Cups, and we have the Page of Cups here. So there is this need for you to like, what's the vision? What is the passion? What's the big end game goal? And then it's figuring out like, okay, how are we going to get there? What are the steps, making it practical? Because even this King of Pentacles and the Emperor is very structured, grounded, regimented. There's a plan in place. There's actions being taken, and everything's kind of like structured. And I feel like with this Justice card, it's kind of saying like, you know, you're going to reap what you sow. So what you put into something is what you're going to get out of it, or like the actions you take are going to give you, you know, a consequence, whether that's good or bad, right? So it's like it's kind of almost like taking a little bit of like a hard look at yourself of like, are the actions I'm taking benefiting me? And where are they getting me? So I feel like there's a need of like reflection almost is your first step, or envisioning. Again, going back to the drawing board of like, okay, well, what was my original goal? What was my original intention? And are the actions I'm taking getting me there? Because if they're not, it's like we need to re-strategize, we need to reorient ourselves here so that we can get back on track and we can start seeing progress. So your action is like less about, or your next step is less about taking an action as much as it is like going within and creating a plan. And then you can take like a more physical action from that plan. So, but I do feel like with that, you're going to have to take a look at, what am I avoiding? What am I trying to avoid? What's the uncomfortable feeling I'm trying to avoid? Or what are the emotions I'm trying to avoid? That's maybe why I'm taking action the way I'm taking action or avoiding things, right? Because I'm really afraid of this feeling, or I don't want to feel this. And then that's going to give you the work that you need to do, but also it's going to help you, okay, like how do we restructure this, and how do I get back on the horse kind of thing, so that I can start to create and manifest and step into the things that are around me that, you know, are meant for me. So hopefully that resonates. Let me know down below for you. If not, you guys can check out, like I said, any of your sun, moon, rising signs, your other signs. And as well, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, feel free to do that as well. The link for that's down below. I do post different content over there. It's more around nervous system work and healing emotions and all of that sort of thing. So if you're interested in that and this reading resonated with you, then I feel like my content would probably definitely resonate with you. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing as always, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye.